Morning! Lovely day again. Very cold, frosty, but bracing, as we say in England. And that's interesting because that's what I wanted to talk about this morning. So one of the characteristic behaviours that you'll see exhibited by people who are in pain is bracing, muscular bracing. And what will happen is that they'll anticipate a movement they're going to do. It takes a little bit of effort, something like getting out of the chair or turning over in bed, getting out of the car. And on anticipation of the movement, they'll tighten up as many muscles around the painful area as they can, and then do the movement in order to avoid pain, which is completely logical sort of strategy. But the problem is that it kind of causes more problems than it solves, because you're trying to do a movement and you're tightening up muscles to counter that movement. So it's a bit kind of counterintuitive, but the way to approach movement when you're in pain is actually to relax and to do it a little bit slower and to move mindfully through the movement that you're going to do. And one of the places that you see people brace the most is in the breath. So they're going to go for a movement like getting up for a squat, and they'll take a breath in, close the throat, and then release the breath. And one of the most interesting examples is when people do this when they're going to go down and put their shoes on when they're sitting on a chair. So they take a breath in, stop up the throat, and then try and lean down onto this balloon. And then they say, I can't get my shoes on, it's so painful. So the advice is, whenever you go for a movement, if you're in pain, that's going to take a bit of effort, take a moment, breathe. Don't stop your throat. Keep the breath moving, and then just very gently explore the movement one bit at a time to find a way through the movement that is actually easy, because there will be one. If you look for it, there will be a way of doing the movement that's easy. And then by doing that as a strategy, you get out of this habit of bracing. So have a play next time you're in pain, because you probably will be at some point, or you might be already. So check out a movement that's going to take a little bit of effort and just put those rules into place, see what happens. Anyway, goodbye from frosty Derbyshire. Very bracing.